One of the scariest days of my professional life was the day we premiered Faith Under Fire in Daingerfield, Texas. I wasn't sure what was going to happen, but there was a movie theater there in town, and the family that owned the theater was a member of First Baptist Church, and they so graciously opened up the theater so that we could show the town the film on a movie screen, and that was very exciting that we had to do that. The theater was sold out, and I saw some of the family members of those that had died come in, and I was shaken. I'm telling you, I was shaken. I was crying. I thought probably a lot of people came just out of curiosity. Some people came so that they could have enough ammunition to tar and feather me out of town if they didn't like it. I really didn't know. I'm telling you, I was really petrified. And I sat in the back and I watched this town watch the film. And the most amazing thing happened. Even though it was a small town, it had been such a thing of hurt, such a deep hurt to so many, that I would have thought that a lot of these people had gotten together and talked about this many times. But apparently that had not happened. And when they saw each other in the film, many in that town were hearing things for the very first time. They had never heard them. So when the people came out of the theater, I was standing in the foyer, and people came out. It was silent. It was silent as people piled out of the theater. Nobody was talking, and just about everybody was crying and had been crying, and they were deeply moved by it. And I'm very happy to say they were very happy with the way it turned out. They saw that their loved ones were honored, that we tried to pay a loving tribute that honored these people. And I applauded their bravery, because I feel like there's so much violence and stuff that's happening in our land now. I thought these people had something to say to the rest of us, because it's been 30 years, and sometimes so many years has to go by before you can talk about them because it's too painful. I still can't watch things on 911. It's still too painful for me. And enough time had passed that I think the world was ready to hear what had happened in that church. And what happened was, as we went to the church, to the fellowship hall, where a lot of the survivors and people in the town could get together and hug each other's necks. They hadn't seen each other for many years. Many of them hadn't. And I had people say to me, we were very much against this, but we were wrong. And what you've done this story is wonderful. It brings healing, and we're very grateful that it was done. So that's been very rewarding. The people, you get very intimately involved with people sometimes when you make stories like this, especially that are so real and so honest and so full of emotion. And I guess the people of Daingerfield will always hold a special place in my heart, and I'm very honored that I was allowed to share their story.